Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Naram Namaskritya Naram Sheva Narottamam Devi Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye. Nashtabra Yishvabhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhaktir Bhavati Naisiki Krishne Swadhamo Bhagate Dharmanyana Saha Bhavanasta Drishamesha Puranarko Dunadita Srimad Bhagavatam Isyate Tatra Samrita Triptasya Nanyatrasya Pratikvachit Krishna Tulya Bhagavata Vibhu Sarvashraya Pratishloke Pratyakshare Nanarthakaya Prema Maya Bhagavata Krishnera Shriyanga Radhe Radhe Gopya Krishnaranga.
Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam Mahaprabhu Ki
Jai.
This is Saturday Bhagavatam class. It's January 10th, is that right? January 10, 2025. 2026. Yeah, so
thank you for the recording.
Locked into my habit. So we're on chapter 16, I think.
Yes.
Chapter 16, 6th Canto Bhagavatam. Chitraketu receives instructions. So we're hearing about the past life, we heard about the present life of Vrishasura, who was formerly Chitraketu. We heard about Chitraketu. Now we're hearing about the instructions that he got from Narada Muni after his son died. His son was named Harsha Shok. He caused a lot of happiness by having a son, but then he died, so he caused a lot of lamentation. So Narada Muni came there to relieve his disciple Chitraketu, who is a Vidyadhara from the higher planetary regions. Vidyadharas are angel-like beings. They're human form, but they have wings. So they fly around like birds, I guess. So let's see, highlight some verses in this chapter. Narada Muni's teachings. A lot of the beginning instructions Narada Muni's explained the difference between Bhagavan and the Jivatma. So it's in verse number 9 of chapter 16, Narada Muni is saying that Bhagavan, Krishna, Ram, Vishnu, etc. is eternal, unchanging, and subtle. So is this the same as the Atma?
Yes.
Yeah. The Atma is also eternal, unchanging, and subtle. But the difference is that Bhagavan is independent, he's in control, and has all power. But the Jivatma is dependent, has no control. Look around the world, everyone's out of control and powerless. So that's our situation. So we can't claim to be God. So a commentary on verse number 10 of Vishwanath Chakravarti says, Krishna doesn't hate or like anyone, but there's an exception to that rule. The devotee is very dear to Krishna. He considers the devotee to be himself. Krishna shows anger to those who hate devotees. He considers that the devotees, the Jivatmas, are equal to him because of his energy. It's Sitasta Shakti. And Vishnu quotes a famous verse from Gita. Everyone knows that verse. Samaham Bhuteshu Name Deshu Asti Na Priya Ye Bhajanti Tu Mam Bhaktya Maite Teshu Chapyaham. So Krishna is saying in the 9th chapter of Gita, chapter 29, I'm equal to everyone, I don't hate or favor anyone. However, like every rule, there's always exception. So Krishna himself is an exceptional person who is an abode of exceptions also. So he says, however, if someone worships me with devotion, I become attached to him. I favor him. So when, an interesting point that Vishnu makes, that this child that died, this kid, Harsha Shok, he started speaking, because Narada Muni said speak. But Vishnu's commentary says that Narada Muni was speaking through the child. So what does that mean? Because in Prabhupada's PBT he says that the kid was speaking. Kid came back to life and started speaking. So it's a little unclear because Krishna doesn't elaborate. In other words, you can say when a disciple speaks, the Guru is speaking through him. You know, a surrendered disciple is tanmay tadatmya with the Guru. He's going to repeat the teachings that he heard from his Guru verbatim or as close as he can represent them. So when Vishnu says that Narada Muni was speaking through the kid, it means the kid understood the philosophy and Narada Muni was speaking the same philosophy. That's one meaning. The other meaning is that Narada Muni is a ventriloquist. What's a ventriloquist?
The person who speaks without moving the mouth.
Right. Person who speaks without moving the mouth. You know, they usually have a dummy, they have some prop with them, some dummy. And they have a conversation. The ventriloquist has a conversation with the dummy. The dummy is dressed as President Trump or something like that. So the ventriloquist, you'll hear the ventriloquist asking questions to the dummy, who may be some famous political figure, and then the dummy's answering, but it's actually being answers given by the ventriloquist. So in this case, Vishnu says that Narada Muni is speaking to the kid. Maybe Narada Muni is a ventriloquist because he's not explaining. So I was thinking, because Prabhupada doesn't mention that point. He doesn't quote Vishnu's commentary. He just says that the kid was speaking, came back to life. There's a biography of a great saint, Radhaman Charan. Nidai Gaurari Sham is Radhaman Charan. It's called Miracle of Love or something like that. And there's some story there. Somebody was dead, had died and was dead for many hours. They died in the morning. And they were being carried to the cremation ground in the evening before sunset. So they've already been dead for since 5 o'clock in the morning until 5 p.m. for 12 hours. No signs of life. And when the Radhaman Charan went to the cremation Shamshan ground, he told, there was a disciple, he said, hey, speak something. Well, the mercy of Nitai, you should speak. So he got up and spoke. It's in a biography. Yeah, he did a lot of miracles actually, this Radhaman Charan. Because he had full faith in Nityananda and the holy name of Krishna, so there's unlimited power in Nityananda and Krishna now. So that's how he's able to do all these miracles. So it's miraculous that Narada Muni made the kid speak or made him come back to life or he spoke through him, whatever. Now this idea of comparing and contrasting the Jiva with Bhagavan is fully described in verse 18 through 19. You see in a commentary there, comparing the Jiva to God by terms of power, form, enjoyment, and attachment. So, Krishna's commentary summarizes verse 18 and 19. He's to distinguish Bhagavan from the Jiva. Bhagavan is covered by Chit Shakti, and the Jiva is covered by Avidya. Chit Shakti means pure wisdom, pure awareness, pure consciousness. And Bhagavan has a form of bliss, Ananda Srup, and Jiva has a form of Maya, Maya Srup, Prakriti Srup. Bhagavan enjoys his own bliss. What's that called in Sanskrit?
Atmarama.
Atmaram or Atmananda or Savidya. There's another term for it also. The Swarup Shakti-ananda. I mean, Swarupananda and Shakti-ananda, both enjoyed by Bhagavan. He enjoys his Shakti and he enjoys his own Swarup. In other words, he's Atmaram, and he's because of that. So what does the Jiva enjoy? The Jiva enjoys Indriya Sukh, happiness of sense enjoyment. Lord is Nivritti, Lord is detached from the material world, and the Jivas are hopelessly attached to the material world. And it goes on to verse 20 to compare and contrast. So the Jiva is controlled by Rag and Dvesh, which means attachment and hatred, and controlled by his senses. Bhagavan is Vibhu and the Jiva is Anu. Vibhu means great and Anu means atomic.
Infinite and infinitesimal.
Infinitesimal. And the Jiva has a form which is destructible and temporary, and Bhagavan's form is Ananta, Rupa, and eternal and indestructible. So that's, if anybody wants to say they're God, they have to meet these definitions. Let's look at verse 31.
Did he mention enjoyer?
Yeah, it said Jiva enjoys sense objects, and the Bhagavan enjoys his own bliss himself, Abharam. That was in the verse 18. The word Abharam was there. Verse 31, this describes, because I often say it's interesting when the Bhagavatam describes how different devotees, how they react and how they experience having darshan of Vishnu. Usually it's Vishnu in some form, or Krishna, like Dhruva saw Chaturabhush Narayan, and he became dumb, he couldn't speak, and Vishnu touched his cheek with his conch shell, and he's able to give some stuti, Dhruva stuti, some prayers. And then Prahlad Maharaj, he was stunned, but he was able to say some prayers without any inducement from the Lord. So in verse 31 and 32 it describes, when he saw Vishnu appear before him, who's he?
Chitraketu.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm sleeping. Or if you're sleeping, it's okay, but answer you're sleeping. He saw Vishnu, he started crying, his hair stood in, so he had experience of some sattvic vikars, transformation of sattvic vikars because of Bhav and Prem. His voice was choked in ecstasy. He couldn't utter any sounds. So Prabhupada has some commentary here. You can see what Prabhupada says in this verse. So, it's your handkerchief. Prabhupada says in verse 31, this phrase, Tadarshan dwasta samasta kilvisha. Kilvisha is very important in this verse. This word kilvisha, where do you see that in Gita?
In second chapter.
Yagya Shishashana Shanti. What chapter is that?
Third chapter.
Third chapter. What's it about?
It's about remnants, prasadam.
You see Yagya Prasad. If you don't, you get all kinds of sins. Kilvashay. Kilvashay means sins. Yagya Shishta Ashan means eat. Yagya Shish means at the end of Yagya. Shish means Shesh. Vedanta Shesh. Shesh means endless. Endless. So Yagya Shishta Ashana
Santo.
Shanto. Be peaceful, eat prasadam. If you don't eat prasadam, you get a lot of sins, you get angry. Because all the murder and all the things from the food you eat makes you angry and hateful and whatever. So this word is there. When he had darshan, he got cleansed of all his material contamination and situated in his original Krishna consciousness. Let's see what this sounds good. So darshan, so he had darshan, and then he had drasta. Drasta means destroyed. Drasta samasta killed. All his sins got destroyed by darshan. Prabhupada makes a very interesting reason I'm pointing out Prabhupada's commentary, because he's saying that when we have darshan of Thakurji in the temple, we have Murti darshan, Radhasham darshan, Prabhupada Vihari, Radhavalva, Radharaman, Radhasham Sundar, some famous Murti, like it's just like the experience of Chitriketu Divine Salvation. The same thing is happening when we take darshan. What is happening? Drasta Samastika Vishi. Probably makes your point very interesting. If one sees Krishna in the temple, one will gradually become purified of all material desires, simply by seeing the deity in the temple. That's pretty good. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami is describing the limbs of the ocean, 64 limbs. There's about 8 or 9 limbs he describes in relation to Murti. Seeing the Murti, offering prayers to Murti, dancing in ecstatic bliss in front of the deities, clapping your hands in front of the deities. He cites many verses with Puranic references of the effect of this interaction with the conditioned soul and the Thakurji. How much powerful it is. You clap your hands, you come in front of Thakurji and clap your hands. There's arti going on, so you don't have any kartal or majanga, so you clap your hands in tal, keep the tal with your hands. And then it says that as when you go in the forest and there's some birds on a tree, you clap your hands, the birds will fly away. So the birds of sin will fly away from the body, you clap your hands in front of Thakurji. Very interesting statement.
Where does it say that?
The birds.
No, where does it say that?
Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, chapter on Samanya Bhakti. 64 limbs described. Yeah, Panchanga Bhakti is what? Shri Murti Seva, Shraddha Seva. It's serve the Murti, Shri Murti Seva, Shraddha Seva. To serve the Murti with great faith. So that's one of the limbs he mentioned. He mentioned all kinds of ways to serve as part of the limbs of life. What are the 5 Panchanga Bhakti? Hearing the Bhagavatam, like we're doing right now.
Sadhusanga.
Sadhusanga.
Sadhusanga Krishnanam Bhagavatavan Shrimurti Shradayas She Mathura something.
Mathura Vasavanga Sthiti.
And Shrimurti
Sadhusanga, Bhagavad Shravan, Nam Sankirtan, Murti Seva, Brajavas, Brajmandalavas, Priti, Manda Priti, with affection and love. Priti, you're still here with affection and love. You should love the Holy Dham. So, well, that's the nice thing. But one is free from all sins, one will be purified with a healthy, I like this phrase, with a healthy mind. That means if you're not purified, you have a sick mind. It's a very common expression in modern terms. Well, that's sick. You know, something's like really cool, really beautiful. Say, that's sick. That's the common, what do you call it? Slang. Slang word in modern. You hear out of that all the time. Oh, that's sick. It means it's really good or something. I don't even know what it means. I'm too old to know all this stuff. I hear it all the time, and then somebody say, oh, that's sick. Yeah, I guess your mind is sick. Your prophet said you're devotee, you have a healthy mind. If you're not a devotee, you have a sick mind. So he said, we'll become completely cleansed and increasingly make progress in Krishna consciousness. You count on that. Okay, let's look at verse 32. So his voice is choked, he can't speak. Prabhupada has a little commentary on that verse 32. I really like this sentence also. All the letters of the alphabet means Akshar. What is Krishna saying these about letters?
Among the letters I am A. Aksharanam akarosmi.
Aksharanam akarasmi. I am Akar. Akara, Kakara, Lakara, Bakara.
Ikara. Ukara.
Ukara, Ikara. Akshara of letters, I am letter A. A-O-M. All the letters of the alphabet and the words constructed by those letters are meant for offering prayers to Krishna. That's a beautiful sentence. That's the word. That's how Prema Bhaktas. That's how Prema Bhaktas write. That's how Prema Bhaktas think. That's how Prema Bhaktas feel. Thinking, feeling well. Willing is writing commentary on Bhagavatam. Thinking is thinking full of love for Krishna and how to serve Krishna. So he's really using so many letters to make these commentaries. And he sits back and, because the verse is about that, he says, what's the Sanskrit? Udavashoka Padosha Vistram. Saying he couldn't utter any letters to the alphabet. What's it saying?
Varna Nirgama.
Oh, yeah, Varna Nirgama. Yeah, you see that in the third line? Varna means, what does it mean? Letters. And Nirgama, Gama, you know, that's like, Agama, Gamana means to come. Agama means to come. Gamana means to go. Lord Chaitanya is Atara Nala, Alanath Gamana Yatra. What does that mean?
Going to
went.
Lord Chaitanya, when did he go to Alanath? You're really fired up on Chaitanya Leela, huh?
Before Rath Yatra, 15 days.
When Jagannath was being was sick and couldn't get darshan, then he went to Alanath to see Krishna there.
Thank you. After Snan Yatra, Lord Jagannath and Jagannath Puri is bathed in public. Usually he's bathed in private in his temple room. And he's bathed with mirrors. They have silver, a piece of silver, which they place opposite Jagannath, and his image is reflected there. And Vajari's bathed the image, the reflection in the mirror, in the silver mirror, and falls into a bowl. They do Panchami Snan every day. But on Snan Yatra, which is around before Chaturmasi, around July, end of June, July time, they bring Jagannath out to the boundary wall. Jagannath, Balaram, Subhadra, and Sudarshan out to the boundary wall in full public view. I've seen him personally myself. And he stands there in a sea breeze blowing everywhere, and it's late in the afternoon. It takes a long time to bathe. They have hundreds of pots of water and all the things they use. And at that time, he gets a cold. Cooling. As you're standing on your boundary wall taking a bath. Sitting on your boundary wall taking a bath, for 1 hour of waterfall, you get a cold. So his nose was running, and he was seeing all kinds of herbal tea and stuff. They serve out a really interesting prasad when you're in Jagannath-puri at that time. You get Mahaprasadam for the deities. If you know any pandas, the pracharis there, they give you all kinds of spiced teas and let's say like Chinese teas or something, all kinds of herbs. I said, what's this Mahaprasad? I want sabji and rice. So he's fasting. I said, okay. So he gets a cold and he goes away for 2 weeks to recover. They have a joke in America. When you have a cold, if you take medicine, you get cured in 7 days. If you don't take medicine, you get cured in 7 days.
In a week, yeah.
You take antibiotics or something for 5-day course, then you get cured. If you don't take them, you don't get cured in 5 days of resting. Because the body is self-curing. Animals don't take antibiotics. They just go sleep under a rock in the sunshine. Or sleep in the shade, sleep somewhere in the sunshine for a few days to get better. So he got sick, and so Lord Jagannath was sick, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was lovesick. You hear that darshan of Shyama-Sundar. So he was going crazy. So he ran away from 25 kilometers to the village of Alanath to have a darshan of not, well, I guess in his mind he thought it was Krishna. It's a black granite deity of Vishnu, four-armed Vishnu, Alanath. So every letter should be offered, every letter should be used to offer prayers to Krishna. Really like that. Look at verse 33. I want to point out to you that you read the Bhagavatam, you'll see everywhere in Brahma Samhita and everywhere you see, they talk about Jagat Guru and Adi Guru. Who is named as the Jagat Guru Adi Guru?
Krishna.
Krishna. So if you're an incident Bhagavad, you have a certain ego to think you're the best. So you say Nitai is Adi Guru. Although nowhere in Goswami books you find any description of Nitai is Adi Guru. Paul Bhagavatam said, because this is what verse 33 says. Okay, wait a second. Verse 33 says, Jagat Guru Krishna. And you find this throughout the Bhagavatam.
What? Again?
This is one example. Jagat Guru is Krishna. Verse 33 in Canto 6, chapter 16. But throughout the Bhagavatam you find the term Jagat Guru. And the Adi Guru, who is the first Guru in the universe, is the Adi Guru. Krishna Guru is Krishna. Krishna is So what do you want to say?
Because in the sixth canto, in the Chitraketu story, Chitraketu says that Adi Guru is Sankarshan, and then Shukadev Goswami, few verses later, also said that Sankarshan is the Adi Guru. So there's also evidence in the Bhagavatam that calls Nityananda Adi Guru, or Sankarshan, which is expansion of Nityananda Adi Guru. However, this is an exception to the rule.
What verse?
This one only, 33rd, same verse.
Yes.
Chitraketu is speaking to Sankarsana.
Yeah, I know Sankarshan is his Lord. Okay, I stand corrected by God. But, because this Devata of Chitraketu is Sankarshan. He worships Sankarshan. He doesn't worship Vishnu. as any other avatar, he worships Sankarshan, who is a form of Vishnu, Chakravyuha. So he worships him as the Nata of Sankarshan. And he calls him Adi Guru. That's in the Bhagavatam. So I was saying, but that's exception. But it's there. So the Bhagavatam is saying that Adi Guru is Sankarshan, and Sankarshan is a form of Balaram, and it's Nitai. So Nitai, you can write this week say Nitai is Adi Guru. If that's your contention. But you can also say Advaita Acharya is Adi Guru if you're Advaita Parva. Because he's Mahavishnu.
This is called Parivaranishta.
This is called subjectivity. Subjectivity and transcendence. It's their pride to say Nityananda Sadhguru, but we have already a Srimad Bhagavatam say we is Sadhguru also, he is Mahavishnu. He's a super soul also. So Chaitanya Guru is also a guru, and Chaitanya Guru is Advaita, because he's a Shridhar Daksha Vishnu. He's fresh from Mahavishnu.
Advaita Parivakita.
So it's a win-win situation.
Yes.
Depends on what team you're, what flag you're going to wave. You know. If you're on the green team, wave the green flag. If you're on the blue team, wave the blue flag. So you're right, I'm right. We're all right. Everything's all right.
You're okay, I'm okay, you're okay, we're okay.
I'm okay, you're okay, we're okay. That's a good resolution, though. I go Anatade Shankarshan. Okay, let's see, verse 34. Krishna and devotees drown in the ocean of blissful rasa, attained by being controlled by each other through bhakti. That's Krishna's commentary on verse number 34. It's an interesting way he phrased it. I don't know what he said in Sanskrit. Krishna is controlled by the bhakti of the devotee. And, can you get that? Thank you. And the devotee is controlled by the bhakti of Krishna. Krishna's love. We're controlled by Krishna's love, and Krishna's love controls us. But Krishna is conquered by his devotees. He's dependent on his devotees for equal in happiness and suffering. Devotees have controlled their minds. They have controlled their calm, their desire, which is the nature of the mind. What is the nature bhav of every conditioned soul?
Kama Bhava.
Calm bhav. What transforms by taking diksha in Krishna Bhakti?
Seva Bhava.
Yeah, calm bhav gets transformed into seva bhav. Krishna seva vasana. Desire to serve Hari Guru Vaishnava gets implanted in the heart at the time of diksha.
And then you come to Vraj and it transforms into Kamanuga Bhakti.
That's what happens. Okay.
That's the title of my next book, From Kama to Kama.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. From Kama to Kama, yeah. Kama, do you understand what he's saying? Yeah. Okay. Kama means Premanuga. Kamanuga means Premanuga, following the prema of the Vishvasis. Their Kama is called Prema. So, they have the devotees have no material desires in their worship, and this is how they conquer Krishna. Devotees are conquered by you, because you give yourself to the devotees. It means that you give yourself to become the objects for their eyes, ear, and nose. So what do we see? We see Krishna. What we hear Krishna now. What we smell Krishna Itara, Krishna's scents and flowers and Krishna's beauty, the sound of his voice and his fragrance. The cause of conquering the devotees is that Krishna gives himself. That's very nice. Praise to Krishna. How does Krishna conquer us?
With his love.
No, according to what I just read.
Fragrance.
It was sweet.
Sounds.
How does Krishna conquer us?
He gives himself.
5 O's.
This guy is listening. Thanks, Baba.
Mm.
I'll read it again. You all guys are all right in your speculations.
That's nice.
But he was listening attentively. So, the cause of Krishna conquering the devotees is he gives himself to each and every devotee. My Giraj, I have my Giraj, you have your Giraj, everyone has their Giraj. That means your Krishna has given himself to you in the form of your personal Murti. It's your personal Krishna. My Krishna, Mamata Bhav, my lover, my Krishna. Let's see if Prabhupada says anything about this one. 702. Okay. Krishna is conquered by devotees, and devotees are conquered by Krishna. The highest perfection, this is Prabhupada's commentary on verse 34, which I just read, Krishna. The highest perfection of mutual conquering. But one thing I can say about Prabhupada is, as much as possible, his purports end up in Vrindavan. Very interesting observation you can see. His purports, if you read other purports of the Bhagavatam, same verses, they're not even touching anything specific about Vrindavan. Prabhupada is always trying to reach out to Vrindavan everywhere he can. You'll notice that. Here's an example. Vishnu's commentary is right in front of you. Vishnu is very rustic. Where does he say anything about Vrindavan or Gopis? Anything? No thing. So it's about being conquered. It says Krishna conquers by giving himself and all that. So Prabhupada's saying conquering. So immediately his mind goes to Radha Krishna, Radha Shamsundar and Vrindavan. So he says, the highest perfection of this mutual conquering, I conquer you, you conquer me, is exhibited by Krishna and the Gopis. Gopis conquered Krishna. Krishna conquered the Gopis. When Krishna plays his flute, he conquers the minds of the Gopis. But without seeing the Gopis, Krishna cannot be happy. Without seeing Krishna, we can't be happy either. Go to Delhi and see how you feel. Interesting commentary. One of the first books that Prabhupada published was Krishna books, 1970. 1969 he published Nectar of Devotion, 1970 Krishna book. 1972 he published Bhagavad Gita, his own edition. Pretty interesting. So, where is his mind at? Very much in Vrindavan. So verse 37 is a good review in case you forgot about all this stuff. Shows you how thick your head is. That phrase, you have a thick head. Guy's like a rock, head's like a rock, right? He's so dense he can't understand anything. Some people are so like can't figure out what's going on. Like Rockhead, Stonehead, Stonehenge, and Stonehead. Stonehenge is somewhere in England. UK. It's a pretty cool thing. I don't know what it is. It's some kind of alien navigational system for stargazing or something. Aligning planets and stars, I think. Is it right?
It's Druid.
It's Druid, yeah, that's the thing. Some people say it's for calculating different stars, they're on angles, they're like, rectangles and whatnot. And in the corner of one, you look up at the north, and you can tell what star that is. It's some kind of astronomical prediction. I don't know. You know?
I've been there, I can't remember anything about it.
Is there stones there?
It's like, they're like columns of stones in a circle.
Oh, sure. I never even seen pictures of
And
them.
the
They're called round?
and the dimensions, the way it's arranged is like perfect geometry. So it shows that whoever set it up before history, they say before history, knew what Vedic astrology and astronomy tell us. So people say that there's one book written by one devotee showing how the Druid culture, the Druid knowledge, actually came from the Veda. So Stonehenge is like a main Druid
Architecture.
Yeah.
Sure, it's like one of the 7 wonders of the world type of thing.
Yeah.
So let's check this universe out here in 37. Each layer is 10 times thicker than the rest. So your head is 10 times thick. Your mind is 10 times thicker than that. And your so-called smart guy, intelligence is 10 times thicker than your mind, and 10 times thicker than your false ego. And it's really thick to get, hard to get through that thing, man. Then you get beyond that, then you get all kinds of stuff. So there you have it. The universe is surrounded by 7 layers: earth, water, fire, air, Ankara, Mahatav, and Prakriti. So we're really covered. When we say you're covered over, you're really covered over. We have a joke about professors. When you're a professor, you graduate from postgraduate school, you get a professor's title, PhD. So it means piled higher and deeper. Piled higher and deeper in ignorance. The 2-meter pile, 3-meter pile, 4-meter pile. A 1-meter pile is bachelor's degree. Master's degree is 2 meters, PhD is 3 meters.
Prabhupada say PhD, PhD.
PhD, boy.
He didn't have any much respect.
Yeah, he didn't have much respect. He should be respected, but you should respect people who work so hard for nothing. I respect the guy who worked really hard to discover nothing. Oh, God. Let's see what else we got here. This is a very exciting chapter, isn't it? They're not really just giving a whole expose of Tibetan philosophy to Chitriketu, who's crying. Lost his son, is trying to snap him out of sentimentality. Chitriketu offered nice prayers, verse 45 to 47 or so, thanking the Lord for his mercy. Verse 57 is got some nice commentary. Read the Sanskrit.
Namastubhyam Bhagavate
No, verse 57.
57, okay. Yededa dishvritam pumso madbhavam vinnamatmana tata samsara yetasya deha deho mriter mritihi.
This is who's speaking? No, I don't think so. I think it's
It's
Sankarsana.
Yes.
Adi Guru.
So nice word. Yes.
The person who forgets my Swarup is different from the jiva, continues in samsara, taking body after body, death after death. Commentary by Vishnu. He explains what Tatvamasi means. What did Waitan say Tatvamasi means?
I am dead.
I am
Tat means that. Tva means you.
You are dead.
You are that. What that mean?
Brahman.
What that is?
You are that Manjari Swarup.
You are that Manjari Swarup. Okay, we found out what that is. You belong to her. One can think of the oneness of Jiva and Brahman like the oneness of sun and its rays. Jiva is the same as the Lord because the Lord is Tatastha Shakti. I mean, Jiva is the same as Krishna because he is the Tatastha Shakti of the Lord. So our oneness is oneness of what?
of that we are one of the potency of
Yeah, one was Shakti, particular Shakti, Tatastha Shakti.
It's oneness in Shakti?
Yeah, that's what it says. The Jiva is the same by being the Lord's Tatastha Shakti.
Okay, Shakti Manabed. In that sense.
Yeah. I mean, you know, Prasya Shakti, Vidya Shakti, Krishna, Vishnu, the unlimited Shaktis. One of the Shaktis, Tatastha Shakti. Doesn't mean we're Bhagavan, we're just one with one of his Shaktis. That's the way I say it. This is the meaning of Tatvamasi. You're Brahman. In other words, you're not the totality of Param Brahman. You're one ray of Brahman, like one ray of the sun. Totality of the sun rays, the sun planet, that's Param Brahman. So one ray comes off the sun planet, that's the Jiva, that's the Tatastha Shakti. The sun planet has more than just sun rays, there's all kinds of energies going off on the sun planet itself. The Jiva is also one with the Lord, since it is Lord's Tatastha Shakti, but it does not arise from Krishna's root. This is an interesting thing here he says. Some jivas with desires for dasya, sakya, or madhurya rati have perfected themselves by pure bhakti, by the mercy of nitya mukta bhaktas, are included among the eternal associates as dasas. What does that mean in English? A sadhana becomes a no, sadhana becomes
associate of the Lord. Associate of Krishna in the spiritual world, in his own
the
Rasa.
sadhana becomes sadhana. It doesn't become nitya, doesn't become nitya siddha. He's included among the eternal associates. You know, you don't have a tag, you know, when you're in spiritual form, you don't have a tag around your neck that I'm a sadhana siddha. Everybody Swami has a tag as a nitya siddha. It's not like that. It's just a categorical designation of some differences. they are also considered non-different from Srupa Shakti of Krishna because they're empowered by Srupa Shakti. Satyanarayana Das Babaji mentions that when he gets to there, the Tatastha Shakti becomes imbued with Srupa Shakti. It doesn't become Srupa Shakti, it becomes imbued with Srupa Shakti. Just like the iron rod is iron. You put it in fire, it becomes imbued with fire, becomes saturated with fire, but its constitutional nature is iron. So our constitutional Shakti identity is Tatastha Shakti, never changes. But we become mixed up with Srupa Shakti and act like Srupa Shakti. It's like the iron rod acts like fire, but it's not fire.
So what was the sentence when the Jiva Tatastha Shakti becomes perfect?
Yeah. Excuse me, I was.
Can you read the sentence, the Bhakti Sandhava sentence again?
I don't have Vaishnava in front of me.
No, you read what you read there.
Bhagavatam.
Yeah, you just said that when the Tatastha Shakti Jiva attains perfection, he becomes imbued with Svarup Shakti.
Yeah, that's what Satyanarayana writes in the Sandarbhas. When the sadhana gets perfection, he gets the siddha there, he becomes sadhana siddha, but his Tatastha Shakti becomes imbued with Srupa Shakti of Krishna.
Okay. Tatastha Shakti.
It's kind of upgraded. It's like you have a Ford car and you put a turbocharger on it. So it's upgraded. It goes much faster, increased horsepower. So we got a turbocharger. Our Tatastha Shakti get the ability to relate to the Nitya Siddhas and the Krishna's party cars because we have the same kind of energetic capacity by being surcharged with Srupa Shakti.
So then the question
But
becomes...
our constitutional identity doesn't change. We're still Tatastha Shakti.
Okay, that's nice. So then the question, or the million-dollar question is, when and how does one get the Siddha there? Or begins the process of getting the Siddha there?
I know you found out yesterday. You tell me.
Diksha.
We don't want to get embroiled in that discussion, huh?
Yeah, not publicly. It's starting out a controversy program.
This is for tomorrow, a question and answers.
Yeah, okay. In this commentary, the Vaishnava conclusions have been stated. I really like how he answered. That's Krishna's commentary. The Vaishnava conclusions. The Tattvamasi means I am part of Krishna. Okay, let's go on here. Vaishnava Siddhanta. So verse 65 it says, Sankarshan is Jagat Guru. Supreme Guru of the universe. It's each humble fighter. But one thing, can you show me anywhere in Goswami books? I put the challenge out to the internet. Anyone show me in Goswami books where it directly says the Adi Guru is Nitai?
No, nowhere.
But by connection of being Sankarshan, expansion, etc., they draw that conclusion. It's called Anuman, inference.
By inference, yes.
Which is a form of knowledge.
Yeah, it's a form of knowledge. I'm not arguing.
Because after all, Sankarshan is an expansion of Krishna. So in Tattva, they're all Vishnu Tattva. So there's no difference between them. In that sense.
Yes. You're back to the Vaitavad. He's home. Amramasmi. Amramasmi Tattvamasi Sarvakavidam Brahma. Omkar. Okay, chapter 17. We're going to finish 6 cantos today. I hope so. So we have a summary of the chapter here in BBT. We'll look at that. 749. Turn the light.
When you read Vishwanath Chakravarti commentary, that's from Banasa Swami's translation.
Yeah.
So Banaswami gave only Vishwanath's commentary, not Prabhupada.
Yeah, no. It's just Krishna. That's why I like that. I like Prabhupada's got some great stuff. This is summary BBT, chapter 17. Mother Parvati curses Chitraketu. We heard what the result of the curse was. Again, Richard Sir, so it was kind of backpedaling. You know, like not foreshadowing. It's called, you know, you see a movie, a guy goes back to his childhood. What's it called?
Flashback.
Flashback, yeah. So Richard Sir, a flashback. He was a devotee last life, a great devotee. Chitraketu, Vidyadhara, he had all kinds of queens. They would sing and chant. He was a great kirtan person. Chant, fly around the universe, glorifying Vishnu. So here's how it happened. Why do you get cursed? How do you get cursed? One day, King Chitraketu was enjoying with his wives, the Vidyadharas, flying in his airplane, engaged in Nam Sankirtan. And while traveling like this, get prasad. Take a little prasad. While traveling in this airplane with all his wives and doing Nam Sankirtan, he saw Mount Sumeru, and Shiva was embracing Parvati in the assembly of great sages, siddhas and charnas. So how many ladies were there? How many ladies were there?
Ladies.
One lady, Parvati.
Good morning, guys. That's right. Just want to see how you're thinking or how dull are you?
No, because it's like a surprise question. How many ladies? What's that got to do with it?
That's what I keep on telling you. But one lady, and what's she doing?
She's sitting on
She
the
was
lap.
sitting naked
Embracing
in Shiva's lap.
She was naked?
No, she is sitting naked in Krishna's lap while he's giving Harikatha to the sages.
My question is,
Shiva is naked.
she is naked.
She is naked.
No, Shiva.
Parvati's not naked.
Shiva is.
Oh, Shiva is naked. Oh, okay.
And then you say Krishna also.
Let's get it together, guys. I'm trying to see if you can visualize what's going on, to understand the importance of the whole thing. You shouldn't be dull, you should visualize. Reading without visualization, there's no realization. And to meditate on Lila, which means visualizing Lila. Visualizing Lila, becoming heart-to-heart feelings of the members of the Lila, then realizing it, experiencing, getting sporty of it. So this is a practice to attain that. So here we are, we're in an assembly, all kinds of men, great rishis and sages, siddhas and charnas. There's one beautiful lady there, she's more beautiful than anyone in the universe. except for Radharani, who's not in this universe. She's the most beautiful one in the whole universe, whole creation. Parvati. And she's not sitting on the lap, she's embracing him. It doesn't say, the Bhagavatam doesn't say sitting on the lap. You read that?
Oh,
You're embracing him.
well, I learned something new every day.
He's written on his lap in our translation, 6:17:7.
In 6 it is in
In 4-5, verse number 4-5.
Also 7 here.
6th verse 6 he is embracing Parvati.
I know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yes.
It's hello.
Yeah.
What you tell me what? So I'm trying, because the standard idea has Parvati sitting on Shiva's lap, he's naked. Because she paintings it out of her picture. But it's gets out of your head, like, let's look at the Bhagavatam, let's visualize, and get real, you know, because it's called superimposition. You know, man hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest. So you're seeing it, like you're seeing it, but not seeing it. It's called the Pashati, what's that verse?
Pashyannapi na pashyati.
Pashati. You think you're seeing it, yeah. What was Shiva Parvati? Oh, she was sitting, Parvati sitting on top. No, it's not like that. He was naked, she was dressed, and they're embracing in front of all these guys. And they didn't have any problem with it. They weren't laughing, they didn't think it was cute, they didn't think it was funny. Okay, that's cool, that's your wife, okay, do your thing. He's naked. He's, you know, you go to some subtop, the guy's up there embracing his wife naked on the subtop. It'd be crazy. It's inconceivable. So that's why I'm trying to wake you guys up to see the reality. So to understand, be a little sympathetic, appreciate you. He saw it and said, it's just a funny scene.
Who is embracing who? Shiva is embracing her, or she embraces Shiva?
Shiva is embracing.
Shiva is embracing her.
Yeah.
Well, she's not passive.
She's not
Come on. Okay. She's not a tree. You embrace a tree, and she doesn't embrace you.
Okay, Shiva is embracing her and she's embracing Shiva.
This is
You embrace Maya, like Prabhupada tells the
She's
story.
sitting in his lap,
She's not sitting on his lap. Maybe, we don't know.
but he's sitting, right? Because he's giving Bhagavad
This is
Gita.
Manusha.
Yes. Is there seated in his lap and embracing?
Okay, yeah, you're okay, right.
She's
Now I
sitting on his
see.
lap.
You know.
She's embracing him. He is embracing her. Like, you know, and
Friendly.
he is naked.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get the visualization
Yeah,
right.
you're right, you're right. Thank you. Don't think about it too much. You ain't going acting somewhere. So, Shishigeki saw it, and he laughed very loudly. And Parvati didn't like it. Why?
Because he was making the same point again and again.
Huh?
He was making the same point again and again. He was like, this is not good and everything.
Because Parvati thought that Chitraketu was.
He just thought he shouldn't laugh. He's
Yeah.
disrespecting my husband. Not making him point again. What is his point again?
That will come in next verse, Gurudev.
What, where?
Verse number 10.
What verse?
10.
She had married, had jata. How many people on the Bhagavatam are described as having jata? What does jata mean?
The Methodologs.
Madalaks. Who is described as having jata?
Sukadeva Goswami.
Srimad Goswami. Who else?
Shiva.
Shiva, okay. Who else in Bhagavatam?
Rishabhadev.
Rishabhadev. Who else? 4 Kumaras.
4 Kumaras.
They show me little kids, little naked kids with cute bald heads, they had jata. First, the Wita Das wrote an article about it, cite all the references. Sugadev and Shabbadev and who's that? Bard Maharaj. Bard Maharaj had a jata also. It's basic Sadhu profile. We have in Varsana, we know about it. It's jata. Many sadhus like that. Look at Sakshat Dharman
Shakira.
Yeah, Shakira. She has kinky jata. That's really good. What's the verse the guy begin again?
10th verse.
Chapter 17, verse 10. What did you say?
Which one?
I don't know.
We,
Verse 10.
okay, verse 10.
In the
What are you saying?
commentary.
I am saying in the commentary it says many times he was repeating the same thing. That is why Parvati was not happy.
Page 333.
333 on top. Third line.
Where does it say?
I cannot accept these beneficial words because he does not criticize once, 3 or 4.
This is verse 10.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
In the commentary, page 333.
Page 333 on the top. Third line.
Verse 10.
Verse 10, page number 333.
Says under control, one should not think of probably getting angry because she didn't know the intentions.
And then I cannot accept these beneficial words because he's repeating it many times.
Because he does not criticize one street for the mention. Okay, you're right. He is a lot of control. I mean, women don't need any excuse anyway. They're free to do whatever they want. Okay, let's go on. So we're going to do it many times.
Should acknowledge that it's beneficial, though. That's nice.
Listen to this verse 17 commentary. In order to increase Chitraketu's hunger for prema by the fire separation, in order to bestow the enjoyment of great sweetness of direct service to the lotus feet of Sankarshan, out of Vatsalya Bhav for Chitraketu, Sankarshan inspired Devi to curse him. This is the conclusion. So the cause of all causes is who? Sankarshan. So he wanted to increase the love and hankering of his devotee. So he wanted to increase his experience of Sankarshan, increase his intimacy, and come and join Sankarshan as soon as possible. So Sankarshan inspired, because Sankarshan is also in the heart, as Shivakshay Vishnu, inspired Parvati to curse and become a demon. And in demon's body, Vritrasura, over so many prayers.
Vritasura.
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 What?
Vritrasura?
Vritrasura.
Vritrasura.
Yes.
That's what I said. Maybe you didn't hear it correctly what I said. So that's what he did, and that's what happened. So a lot of times things are happening to us, somebody curses us, and we think it's our fault, or it's the guy's fault, or whatever, but it's actually Krishna's behind it, inspiring it to happen to increase our love, increase our longing, increase our attachment.
Or increase our detachment.
Increase what?
Our detachment.
Yeah, attachment. That's the main thing.
Because Chitraketu was actually a friend of Shiva, and he was just amazed that Shiva is so transcendental that he gives Bhagavad Sapta in this condition. So actually, he was saying it again and again as a compliment to Shiva. He didn't mean it as a criticism. But Parvati took it as such.
His intention was pure, was
Bless you.
taken
Bless you
differently.
again.
It's cold.
It's cold, yes, it's cold.
Not cold.
Bahutanda.
What's the most important verse in chapter 17?
Hmm. 28. No, 28.
28. Read it.
नारायण परा सर्वे न कुतश्चन विद्यति स्वर्गापवर्ग नरकेषु अपि तुल्यार्थ दर्शनम्.
Devotees engaged in the service of Narayan never fear any condition. For them, they go to heaven, hell, or get liberated, it's all the same. Devotees fixed in Krishna have no fear. The Dhamma Jana Sundaram Kavitam Bhajadish Kami Mama Jamani Jamani Vishre Bhavata Bhakti. So I take another birth or wherever I go, I'll serve Krishna. No problem, no fear. Verse number 35. Along the lines of what Babaji said, that Chitraketu was a good friend, has Sakyarati for Shiva. That is proven by Vishnu in the commentary on verse 35. The friendship of the devotee for for Shiva. Lord Shiva said, though Chitraketu is very dear to the Lord, equal to all, he is a devotee. I am also a devotee, I am also very dear to the Lord. Chitraketu and I have an internal friendship for each other. The harsh words he spoke actually increased my happiness in our friendship. This is Shiva speaking to Parvati. He's chastising Parvati for cursing his friend. Why did you curse my friend? Nonsense, why? That's always going on, you know. Husbands and wives are always, criticizing each other, finding fault with each other. Conclusion of what the realization one should get from this: don't get married. So first, Lord Shiva, after Parvati cursed his friend, he felt very bad. So to make his friend feel better, he chewed out his wife, Parvati. And then he turned to his friend to make him solace him and comfort him. Look, Chitra Baba, Chitraketu. It's like this. You're detached because you have pure bhakti. But you also enjoy with women. You're deceptive, so I also show myself to be controlled by women. I also act deceptively. But whereas you show bhakti and hide your material enjoyment, I show my material enjoyment and hide my bhakti. So in front of all the sages, I'll embrace my life. You do it behind closed doors. In public, you're chatting, riding your airplane, singing, I'm Sankirtan. I don't do that in public. I embrace my life in public. But in private, I chat, I'm Sankirtan. It's really cool exchange. I love it. Let the assembly witness our intense friendship. This way, Shiva and Chitraketu talked in a joking way. Now he speaks to Parvati. Oh, Parvati, if you had not interrupted us by your angry words, spoken in bad taste, you would not have been cursed. So Parvati, she's kind of bowing her Picard, you know. She's contrary and hot-headed. She's a little like Lolita. Oh, Shiva says that. And so she says, oh, you're Bhagavan, a great devotee from beginningless time. You have so much love for this immature fallen Kshatriya. Now ascends to the path of bhakti. I offer my respects to you. So Parvati really gave it right back to her. Plus gave her a line drive, and she sent it right back in his face. Take this, Parvati, you take this, you boom, boom, boom. So, Shiva answered Parvati saying, no one should be astonished to see the activities of the great devotees of Narayan, who are peaceful and equal to all. So that's a great commentary on this famous verse of the 6th Canto of Bhagavatam, chapter 17. Chapter 17. That's actually a commentary on verse 28.
That's quite amazing. Reply.
That's the amazing thing about it.
Like sarcastic, you know.
Yeah, they're really sarcastic.
Oh, you're such a great
That's
devotee.
Krishna Sagari's expertise. He can get into the heart of the minds of Krishna and his devotees and speak what they're thinking, what they're feeling, which is not anywhere in Shastra. Read Bhagavad Gita commentary of Vishnu. Krishna says this, and Arjuna said this, and it's not in the Bhagavad Gita at all. There's like 2 Bhagavad Gitas, Vishnu's Bhagavad Gita and Sanjay's Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Sanjay Dhritarashtra, and Vishnu read and said, okay, I'll speak mine too. So Vishnu, every verse said, this verse, Krishna could have said this, Arjuna could have said this. It's amazing. It's like a whole different dialogue. All the Vaishnavas really appreciate it. So he's a very creative guy. Only creative Vaishnava. So Chitraketu could have cursed Parvati in return. He accepted because that's Sadhu Lakshanam. That's the symptom of a Sadhu. There's a boon or benediction, Shruti Val, of this chapter 17, verse 41. Anyone who gets up early in the morning remembers the story of Chitraketu will be able to control the senses and go to Krishna, spiritual world. Param Gati Param Gatim. Now Aditi is the mother of the demons, so why does she want to kill Indra in chapter 18?
Because he helped Krishna in killing Hiranyakashipu.
But Indra killed 2 of her kids. Who?
Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyakashipu.
They're not in the 7th canto yet. Why? Here's the question. Why does Titi want to kill Indra?
Because Indra killed 2 of her sons.
Because he killed Virabhadra and Vrishasura. No, yes.
Yes.
But he
No,
is not.
Diti is
He's
the
not
mother
son.
of Hiranyakashipu.
Wait, trying to get through that 7th canto. Wait, I'm trying to get through.
Dhritarashtra is not son of Diti.
Who is she, son?
Twasta.
Who's he, son?
Twasta is son of Brahma.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I think that's so smart. That's a big question. Anyway, well, let's figure it out. Anyway, she kills Indra. Why? Chapter 18, she takes her out of kill Indra. Why?
Because Indra helped Krishna in killing Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyakashipu.
Well, no, I can't say.
I can't tell you.
Here is the Indra cut the Diti's embryo in the comment of the first verse. Indra cut the child in Diti's womb to pieces.
Could have been made into 49 Maruts. So Indra wanted to kill her kid. Because he kills all demons. So he entered the womb and killed her kid. And they divide up into 49 Maruts. So she wanted to get back at him.
Yeah.
9 for 9, 2 for 2. Okay, let's go through this chapter here. It's a pretty exciting chapter.
Are we starting a new chapter now?
Yeah,
Maharaj, I have to leave. It's getting too cold and too late.
yeah, I agree. Part of me will leave with you. I just want to finish this chapter, this Canto today. Give Prasad.
Is this the last chapter of the
Yeah, last
Canto?
6 Canto.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you.
Isn't there a 19th chapter?
19.
There's one more afterwards.
Yeah, no, it's short.
Gurudev, it is in verse number 23 where it's written about that.
23,
Yeah.
what does it say?
Diti, whose two sons Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyakashipu had been killed by Vishnu with Indra's help, burning with anger, intensified by Lambrinder, contemplated as follows.
What does she say?
23rd verse.
Diti, after her sons Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha were killed with the help of Indra, killed by Vishnu, she became angry and
That is why
Didn't
she,
you have, I thought, Ra killed
yeah,
him.
Vishnu killed with the help of Indra.
with the
That's
help
what
of
she
Indra,
thought.
that is in,
That's what she thought.
that's written in verse 23.
In 24 she said that.
Yeah, well, they don't need Indra's help to do that.
Yeah, but it's,
That's how she felt.
yeah, she felt that is why she wanted to kill Indra.
Oh, because he prayed to them to have an avatar, Krishna have an avatar. He came as Ra, killed Hiranyakashipu. He came as Srinadevi, killed Hiranyakashipu. So he said, you know, Namitta Karn, Upadan Karn is Vishnu Bhagavan. Okay, that's chapter 18. Verse 19 is the Pumsavana vow. What does that mean? What does the Sanskrit word avaha mean?
Vrata to please the husband. I think so.
Devata avahan.
Avahan means
It's avahan or
No, it's
avahan?
Avana.
Oh, it's avana. What does avana mean? Avana. Okay, all right. It's a vow, vrata to get a child. So let's read a summary here. This will be the end of Canto 6. That's good, you know. And the 7th canto, famous one. Brahmacharya preaching and all kinds of stuff. 7th canto. Third ashram, preaching the Grihastas and
Did we skip the 18th chapter?
He's saying we skipped 18th chapter.
18th chapter was pretty fast.
Oh! That little blip was the 18th chapter? I mean, I was listening, but I didn't know that was the whole chapter.
It was short because basically she took a vow
Okay.
So the vow she took is chapter 19. She did a vow. The vow was a brata.
Okay.
So she was given a vow to do, which is the Punsavana brata, to get a son who would kill Indra.
And that was 18.
That was 18.
Okay.
So 19 is the brata.
Okay.
So it was very short. How many verses in 18?
78 verses.
How many verses?
78 verses.
78 verses went that fast?
Faster the fastest.
I trust Guru Dev.
Okay, let's read a summary of chapter 19. This explains how Diti, who's husband Diti,
Kashyapa.
Kashyapa. So some people we meet in India, they ask what the gotras, they say Kashyap gotra. That means they're demons.
Kashyapa is Brahman.
They are Brahmins.
Kashyapa has two wives, Diti and Aditi.
Ah, so.
Aditi is Sansar.
Oh yeah,
Devatas.
Diti are Brahmins, yeah. Okay, yeah, I forgot.
Kashyapa.
So she did this vow for how many days she did the vow?
1 year.
1 year. Can you do it? Do you want to do it? Not today.
Not angry enough.
Okay. I wish to know the rules of Vamsavana right by which Vishnu was pleased. Now we have 383, that's interesting. Oh, 383. Okay, page, verse number 28. So it says, if anyone does this vow, which is described in verse 9, in chapter 19, they can get a son. A married girl can get a husband, and all that kind of stuff. Ugly woman will become beautiful. A diseased man can get free from diseases. So the commentary of Vishnu. Devotees should tolerate this very interesting commentary how he ends the 6th canto. He said, devotees should tolerate my chattering.
Oh.
Vishnu is saying his commentary is just chatter. What is chatter?
Like a bird.
It's just like useless short sentence chatter. Short little sentences. No real meaning, no real value. I have completed this commentary at the base of a desire tree in Vrindavan, with drops of water from the waves of shining Yamuna. I'm sitting under a desire tree on the banks of the Yamuna, and this desire tree is getting moistened by drops of Yamuna water. Where is this located? It's called Lokanath Goswami Gera, which is it's where surrounding the Radha Gokulananda temple down the street from Radharaman. In that time of Vishwanath Chakravarti, he stayed there. That was his Bhajan Stali, where he wrote the Bhagavatam, and later he moved to Radhakund. But there many years he stayed there, and Yamuna flowed right there also. So his kucha was on the banks of Yamuna. So that concludes the 6th canto of Bhagavatam. Let's see what how Prabhupada ends his, because we've been spending time hearing Prabhupada's nice commentaries on the 6th canto. doing this. He doesn't sing in particular. Sometimes he says sing. That's the end of the 6th canto. And next Sunday we'll start 7th canto. So everyone should read chapter 1, 2, and 3 of the 7th canto of Bhagavatam. Let's see what it's about. Impartiality of Krishna. Hiranyakashipu instructs his family members. Hiranyakashipu meets Brahma. So it's a lot of stuff about the Sridev and the Sridev Prahlad Hiranyakashipu Leela. And then it talks about the castes, the 4 castes and the 4 ashrams. It talks about Varnashram Dharma, rules and regulations. And that's how it ends. So what's the subject matter of the 7th canto?
Hiranyakashipu and Varnash.
Exactly. Hiranyakashipu and the Sri Avatar, and the Gauri Prahlad, and the Varnashram Dharma. So we have to look forward to that next Saturday. Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Jai.
Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam.
Jai Gurudev.
Parvati. Interesting commentary of Krishna. She was giving her sauce.